Hey, hey, hey. Good morning to you. Hey, good morning to you. Let's get it. Good morning to you. Let's get it. Good morning to you. Hoping and praying that everybody is in their best mood on this morning. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising to each and every one of you guys. I just want y'all to do me a favor real quick. As you're popping into the room, I just want y'all to do me a quick favor real quick. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I love you guys so much, man, and I'm hoping and praying that you guys are in y'all best mood today, man. Birds and sound bowls were definitely amazing this morning. Love going from one to the right into the next. It's been a smooth transition, man. I'm telling y'all, like, we're definitely setting ourselves up for success. So if you're not a part of the chosen family, if you have not locked in, that I'm really and truly, I need you guys to do so, man. The next couple of months, when everything is doing what it's doing, I want to make sure that we are super focused, that we are super locked in, that we got our prayer life together, we got our worship life together, we got our praise life together, we got our study life together, and that no matter what's happening in this world, we are locked in. We are what? In this world, but not of it. We are trusting and believing God to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we could ask or think. We are not leaning to our own understanding. Hello, somebody, we not leaning to our own understanding. We're not relying on ourselves. We're not relying on our own intellect or our own strength or our own might. We are relying solely on God every single day that we step out of our houses, right, to head to work, to run errands, whatever. If you are a part of this chosen family, then every day that you step out, I want you stepping out in faith. Every time somebody meets you, I don't want them meeting you. I want them meeting the God that is within you. Do you hear me? This has been our prayer of covering, and it's been going, and we're going to keep this thing rolling right on along, baby. I'm telling you right now. So if you have not signed up to become a part of the chosen family, if you have not locked in with us, then baby, that's on you right there. That part right there, that's on you. Gigi McGross, thank you so much for the first badge of the morning. Thank you so much, Benny Simpson. I see that love coming over there. Crystal Love, I'm coming for you, sweetheart. She be like, man, I be over here ready to do my job. I just caught it. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. If you just happy to be here on this morning, happy to be amongst the living and not resting with the unalive right now, go ahead and double tap on that screen. Y'all know this is Morning Walk, Word, and Worship with your girl, Street Poet, and the chosen family. We do this every single morning. That's going to be Tuesday through Friday. This is where we at, starting around 8:10, from 8:10 until 9:30. We over here with that word. You get your motivation, you get your inspiration, and your confirmation, and sometimes a little bit of correction as well, right here with your girl, Street Poet, man, and the chosen family. And it's all going to be done what? It's all going to be done out of love. Jasmine, I don't know why you keep sending me a thing and I keep declining, baby. I'm not going to accept it. Okay. Good morning. Thank you so much, Krista. I appreciate your love so much, man. Thank you so much for that CA this morning. Good morning to each and every one of you guys. I want you guys to have a beautiful start to y'all day. Y'all already know. Let's reach these goals real quick. Let's reach these goals so that we could jump right on in. Okay, Vita and Aubrey, like, man, we're going to go ahead and send you a CA. That's going to be the blessing for this morning, so we could just roll right on in. And I know that's right. And I know that's right. Can we get 8 more badges over there on the gram? Can we get 8 more badges over there on the gram? Who was that? Somebody said something. It ran up too fast. Double tapping on the screen. Let's go ahead and reach our goals. Y'all already know yesterday, last week we started talking about coming out. Then yesterday we started coming out part 2. Part 1 was with Lazarus. We talked about Lazarus last week, man, and I'm talking about that was some good information. That was some good teaching, man. I love the way that God showed up for us all week long. He showed up and he showed out all week long, and it was absolutely amazing just for him to pop back in on us on today. As we're getting back into, thank you so much, Stephanie, we're getting back into coming out. I'm coming out part 2. And then, we got to it yesterday, right? And then we got started on yesterday. I was like, man, listen, we had to see how this thing working, because we were supposed to be talking about Jairus, right? I started talking about Jairus, but then we learned in scripture that there were some things that took place before Jesus actually made it over there to Jairus, right? We found that it was some stuff that happened before he got over there to Jairus' daughter. He couldn't reach her, because by the time he done got off the boat, he done came across the lake, and he's already met with somebody else already, right? He's met met with this big, huge crowd. And while the crowd is all out there, and the Bible says that the crowd is pressing against him, everybody is out there, everybody is touching him, everybody's just being spectators. You got some spectators, you got some monitoring spirits, you got all of them folks out there. Everybody is out there, but there's one woman that is out there, that is pressing through the crowd, right? Y'all do me a favor real quick, Crystal Love, can you go to the gram and see if the badges is working, if it's working over there on the gram? I'm not sure if it's working or not for them. We need to get 8 badges over there on the gram real quick. Let's see if it's working or not. I'm not sure if it's working. Over there, we trying to reach our goal on the gram, y'all. But we got over there. He gets over to the other side. He's pressing through the crowd, right? Pressing through the crowd, doing all of these things. He runs into this lady that's pushing through. This is a woman with the issue of blood. We learned throughout the teaching on yesterday that it was a lot of people out there, right? So many people that the disciple asked him, why is it that you're asking, right? How is it that you're asking if somebody touched you when you see all of these people out here? All of these people are out here. All of these people are pressing against you. All of these people are touching you. Understand me? All these people are touching you, yet you ask, who touched you, right? How does this work? In other words, they're saying like, wait a minute, how does this work? How does it work that you're asking this if all these people are here? So then we learned on yesterday what? We learned on yesterday. Thank you, Crystal Love. Thank you, Stay and Bless. All right, so we're gonna see, because I gotta see how it's working over there. Thank you, Season Born too. I appreciate you. I gotta see how it's working on over there, because if we're not gonna support on this side, on this particular app, I can shut that one down and I can just focus on these two. Right? I can focus on these two. I know a lot of times everybody want to show up for the message, and we've discussed this in the past before as well. Everybody want to show up for the message, but then when it's time to be a blessing, when it's time to, to participate in, in the giving portion or the love portion of it, everybody just want a free message. The message is free. You go pick your Bible up and you can read the message on your own for free, right? It's not going to cost you nothing to go read it on your own. The teaching is what you're blessing, right? You're blessing the fact that I could read it for myself, but when you read it to me or break it down to me, I want to show you that I appreciate you teaching it. I appreciate you going into detail with it, right? You can definitely read it on your own for free. Right? For free, for no problem at all. You know what I'm saying? And we just asking that you participate. You guys got to participate. We got a lot of you guys that pop in and y'all just pop in. But then, it's the same people that are always double tapping, the same people that's always commenting, the same people that's always showing love. You know what I'm saying? And if it's going to be that way, then we can set it into a private setting where it's just those people. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that everybody get the word. I want to make sure that everybody is participating. I want to make sure that the love is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That everybody is doing it. So that's the reason why we do it the way that we do it, right? We don't have these conversations over here often because I don't like to talk about that type of stuff often. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm noticing it, when it's right there in my face, then I have no other choice but to to go ahead and speak on it. All right. So that we can go ahead and move forward from that point, right? So we can go ahead and move forward from that point. We ain't got to talk about it no more, right? Everybody know what the expectation is. All right, cool deal. Now, and please receive that in love. Do not take that in disrespect. Do not take it in a way and say, oh yeah, well, you got to pay to be on her lives. My lives are free. My lives are free. I'm just asking that the relationship that you have with me as your teacher, I just ask that the relationship be reciprocal. That's the only thing that I'm asking. The same way I come and I sacrifice time every single morning to pour into you. I just ask that you pour back into me. That's the only thing. That's what this is about. Right, that's what it is about. All right, so double tapping on that screen. Did we reach our goal? We got 20.8 over here. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, Latasha. Thank you, Michelle, as well. I seen the CA come through from Latasha and from Michelle. Appreciate you both so much, man. Y'all got it over here on the Book of Many Faces. Okay, I see y'all rolling. So what happens in this situation is what? They get across there, right? So I'm going to wind it just a little bit. So they get across there and everybody's pressing up against Jesus, right? And pressing up against Jesus and he's like, who touched me? It was something different about the touch, right? It wasn't the same thing as it had been with everybody else. Everybody else is pressing up against him, but no virtue left out of him, no power left up out of him, right? So now we're trying to understand something. Well, wait a minute. How is it that they all out there, coach, but then only her touch mattered? What was so different about her touch than it was everybody else's touch? And so what I broke down to you yesterday was what? That you're in your life, everybody that's in your life, everybody that's showing up in your face, everybody that's coming and they skinning and they grinning. Understand me. Some of these folks are monitoring spirits. Some of these people are spectators. Some of these people are haters. Some of these people are only there because they want to see, did you survive it? They want to see, did you make it through it? They want to see if you're going to fail. Some of them are waiting on that aha moment. Some folks are only there and they're not there to congratulate you. They're not there to pat you on your back. They're not over there to tell you, oh, good job, keep going. No. That's not why they're there. Some of those folks have already made up in their mind that you are not going to make it to the other side, that you are not going to be able to do this, and this. They've already convinced themselves of that, and they want front row seats to be able to see what happens out of that moment. Thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate you this morning, right? They want front row seats to be able to see whether or not you were able to make it or not. So do not get fooled by the smiling faces. That's red ink right there. I need y'all to put that in red ink inside of your notes on this morning. Didn't give that note this yesterday, so I'm giving it today. I'm going over my summary real quick. Do not be fooled by the smiling faces. Don't think that just because they come and they smiling and grinning in your face, understand me, that everything is happy, joy, that they all the way on board. Because remember, like I posted yesterday, Judas was present for every meeting. Understand me, he was one of the first of the disciples that was actually chosen. Let's keep that in mind. He was present for every meeting. He showed up for every meal. He was there for everything that was going on, and he still betrayed Jesus. Let's be real about it. Peter was there too. Here go Peter out there. Peter ready to go to war in behind Jesus. But guess what? He still denied him right there. Understand me. You have to know that just because a person come with a smile on their face, everybody that show up in your life a certain type of way, it's not always for you. And I ain't saying that Peter wasn't for him. I'm saying that he still denied him. He still said that, I don't know you, not once, not twice, but 3 different times. When times got hard, when his back got up against the wall, when it came down to, if everybody gonna go down, understand, if everybody going down, you going down with him, he wasn't going down with him. Understand that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Judas was there the whole entire time, but he still betrayed him. He still turned him over. Understand me, Peter at the same type of relationship, but he loved Peter, and he told Peter, upon you, I'm gonna build my church. He called Peter his rock. Understand me, called Peter his rock and all of that, and Peter still denied him. And I'm pulling that point because I want you guys not to be, not to be distracted or not to be thrown off when the ones that you love the most, when they expose their true selves to you. Because Peter loved him. Surely he did, right? He surely loved him, was ready to go to war for him. He was going to do everything but lose his own life. Understand me. It's some folk that'll be right there with you as long as it's going good. Everything is happy, joy, and we're going from one place to another. And if we got to tussle a little bit, I'm going to be ready to tussle a little bit. But when it come down to that cross, baby, I ain't going to that cross with you. When it come down to being out there and folks spitting on me, oh baby, I ain't gonna be able to do that with you. When they start bringing out them big old nails and talking about they gonna put it through your hand and through your feet, when I see the sharp end of that spear that's about to go up in your side, when I see that crown of thorns that they about to place on your head, then all of a sudden we ain't as tight as we used to be. I'm not as committed as we used to be. And we have to be real about it. Some folk are only going to be as good as where they can get to. Oh, when I got to get off right here, baby. This right here, this where I got to get off at. Thank you so much, Hill. I appreciate you this morning. Understand that it's going to be some folk that's going to feel just that way. And you can't be distracted by it. You can't be distracted by it. Why? Because you still got a mission that you gotta complete. You cannot be distracted by it because you still got a mission that you have to complete. Understand me? You cannot be fooled by the smiles that's on folk faces. You can't be fooled by that. This is why I tell y'all all the time, it's going to be some that's going to accept and some that's going to reject, but you can't be distracted by either one. You can't be distracted by the ones that's coming with you and say, oh, I got this big old hundreds and thousands of folk that follow me, that support me. You can't get distracted by them numbers, baby. Understand me. Don't get distracted by them numbers, because them folk will be over there singing your praises on today and they'll be downing you on tomorrow. They'll put you on the pedestal today and say, oh my God, oh, this is so good, that is so good. And by tomorrow morning, if you mess around and say something that's not in alignment with the narrative that they want to push, oh, all of a sudden all of that love turned to hate instantly. This is why you can't be so caught up in folk. This is why you can't be over here worried about what folk think and what folk say. And you have to get out there and you have to always make sure that you're in alignment with that word. That's what you got to align yourself with. Not folk and not their opinions, not their narratives, not how they want you to do it and just to satisfy them or keep their mouth quiet. No, sometimes you got to go all the way against the grain. Sometimes you got to go against even your favorite folk. You got to get out there and you got to do what's right. What? Integrity. This journey requires integrity. Hey now, say now, yeah. This journey requires integrity. It requires you to do the right thing when ain't nobody else watching. No matter who's there, you do the right thing no matter what. You show up the right way no matter what. And it doesn't matter who else is involved or not. Understand me, you got to be focused. You can't be distracted by who's doing and who's not doing. You can't be influenced or swayed. I'm going to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Whether you on board with me or not, whether you supporting it or not, whether you want to invest in it or not, I have a responsibility to do the right thing no matter what. You have to operate with that integrity. And sometimes when you start to see a whole bunch of people and you start to get a whole bunch of folk involved, what happens? It starts to lose its integrity. The integrity of it all, it starts to dwindle down. When it's something that's small and it's intimate, baby, that thing be raw and it be on fire. And I'm talking about it be burning. You be like, oh my God. But the moment that you start to see it blow up and become something big, become something huge, become something global, then all of a sudden what? It starts to lose its integrity. Why does it start to lose its integrity though, coach? Because they become so overwhelmed, or they become so focused on trying to please the mass so that they don't lose the mass. They try to focus on pleasing the mass so they don't lose the mass, that they start to compromise their integrity. Understand me? Everything baby, the ego get involved, the pride get involved. Understand me? Oh yeah, they get to talking different, walking different. Everything about that individual becomes something different. It's not what it used to be once you get focused on the amount of folk that started to come in, right? I'm trying to show you how it can be destruction one way or the other. Understand me? I'm trying to show you how being focused on the big and also being focused on the small, right? So when you're looking at it and the ones that accept, they accept and you can't be distracted by it. The ones that reject, they reject and you can't be distracted by it. Why? You have to stay the course. Your job is to keep your eyes on your own paper. Your job is to stay focused in your own life. Your job, your assignment is to make sure that you fully understand that this is a unique journey that's only designed for you. This right here, this is only for you. And what I do and what they do and what they do, that might not be in alignment with what God has for you. And when you got to go, how the old folks say, I'll go by myself. If I got to pray, I'll go pray. And I'll pray by myself. If I got to worship, I'll worship. Even if I got to worship by myself, if I have to praise you, then I'm going to praise you, even if I gotta praise you by myself. In other words, they was telling us even back then, baby, it's gonna be sometimes in your life where you're gonna have the same mentality as this lady that's out here in a group of folk. It's a whole bunch of people that's gathered around out here. Understand me? But in her mind, she said, I gotta go. I gotta press through this crowd, even if I'm the only one pressing. They don't need what I need. I need healing. I got 12 years that I've been dealing with this this issue of blood. I ain't got time to be out here smiling and grinning with sister so-and-so. I ain't got time to be over here gossiping with brother so-and-so. I ain't got time to be over there in somebody else's face trying to figure out this. I ain't got time to be trying to explain to them while I'm up and I'm out the house, while I'm amongst everybody. I ain't got that type of time. I gotta focus. They said she was so focused that the only thing that she was thinking as she was pressing through the crowd is, if I can touch his clothes, not if I can touch him, not if I can speak to him, not if I can get a picture with him, not if I can get a video with him, not if I can get over there in his presence and he can lay eyes on me. But her thought was, if I can just simply touch what's on him, then I know that I can be made whole. I didn't spend everything that I got. Oh, yeah. I've been battling this for 12 years. Everything that I have got, I've spent it already on all these different doctors. I've done all of that already. Ain't nothing helped. But the Bible says none of it helped. But it did what? It made it worse. Understand me. It didn't help. All it did was make it worse. I'm getting worse and worse. Even though I'm spending this money, I'm not getting any better, right? Understand me. Sometimes that's just how it is. It gets worse and worse and worse before it gets better. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, man, yeah. You feel like, baby, listen, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Baby, it gets worse and worse before it gets better. That's a word for you on the day, because that's what she was going through. For 12 years, she had been struggling, had spent every dime that she had. Understand me, had seen every single doctor that she could see. And the situation, the Bible says the situation was getting worse and worse. Sometimes in things in life, do not break down before your breakthrough. Do not give up right now in your life. Understand me, it may be difficult right now. You might have to cry. Sometimes right now, those are human experiences. And if you gotta cry, cry. If you feel like you over it, say, look, you know what? I feel like I'm just over it right now. And I love it when you say you over it, and you say you over it like that, because that's the perfect time to surrender. The moment that you start feeling like, oh, I'm over it, and I've tried every single thing that I can do, everything that's in my human nature that I'm able to do, I've already done that, baby. Today's a perfect day to surrender it. Today's the perfect day to get that thing up off of you, to say, you know what, God, that's above me. I've done all that I can do. I surrender it to you. Have your will, have your way. Do whatever it is that you see fit in this situation, and give me the strength, give me the encouragement, give me the knowledge and the understanding to be able to accept whatever it is that you decide to do with this thing, however you decide to move with this thing, whichever way that you decide to go with this thing. That's your new prayer right there. God, I surrender that, because I'm going to tell you one thing. You sitting and worrying about it, crying about it, going through all these negative emotions, that's not going to fix you. What you say, coach, whine about it, crying about it, going through all these negative emotions, sitting right there, allowing fear, allowing insecurity, allowing depression, allowing doubt, all of those things to infiltrate you, that's not going to fix you. Once you get to that place where you know, I've done all that I could do, it's time to simply surrender it. And you're surrendering it does not mean that you gave up. You surrendering it does not mean that you threw in the towel. You surrendering it does not mean that you're weak. That means that you're strong. That means that you're intelligent. That means that you know for a fact that there's something that is greater than you, right? That's within you. That if you was to step back and step away and allow that greatness to come forth, then you're going to be stepping up the next time the same way that David stepped out with his 5 rocks and his slingshot. Understand me. Now you're cooking with oil, baby. Understand me. Yeah, I done everything that I could do the way that I could do it. Now it's time for me to go get my daddy. Understand me. Oh, yeah. You keep talking. You keep planning. You keep plotting and planning and digging ditches. Don't worry about it. Now I'm about to go get my daddy. I didn't want to go bother him right now, but since you keep coming and coming and coming, I thought, oh, what you say? Go get my daddy. Now I'm going to go get my daddy. So you did everything that you could do. You didn't have the conversation that, come on, Lakia, let's be real. Now I got to go get my daddy. Now that's what you got to do. Now I got to go get my daddy. Because see, I done did everything that I could do in this situation. I've tried and tried and tried, right? And you letting go, you surrendering it, you giving it to God is not you being weak. I want you, that's a trick of the enemy. That's deception right there. That's not you being weak. That's not you, oh yeah, well, I just gave up. That's not you giving up. That's you being smart enough to know that there's going to be some things that only God can heal. There's some things that only God can fix. There are some things that only God, only God. Some things that only God, baby. I did everything that I could do, and that's a God problem. I got to go to Him for that. Some things are so far out of your control that it cannot be dealt with except for with a supernatural experience. When the doctors and did all that the doctors can do, you got to rely on your faith. When you standing over there and nobody can comprehend what's happening in this moment, can't nobody do nothing about that. But what? But God, in that moment, you need a supernatural experience. Understand me? And that is okay. You don't have to wait until your back is against the wall. You don't have to wait until you don't have nothing else to give or nothing else to do. You can surrender it to Him right then and there. You can become a master caster, baby. If I don't do nothing else, I know how to cast all of my cares upon Him. I know, just throw it in the air, baby. I know how to cast it up there. Everything, every care. How is it that you glow in how you glow? I'm a master caster. How you got such great energy? I'm a master caster. How is it that your aura is always off the chain? I'm a master caster. How is it that nothing bother you? I'm a master caster. I have mastered the art of casting every single one of my cares. I've already casted upon Him already. And guess what? He's excited about it. What you say, Coach? He's excited about it. He's excited about me giving it to Him. That's exactly what He wanted me to do. Do you know what it's like? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hear me real quick. And I'm going on because I got more in this story to teach. But I want to talk to somebody's heart this morning. You know how you feel when you don't want to tell nobody about your problems, your issues, and what it is that you're going through because you don't want to be a burden on nobody. You don't want nobody to feel like you dumping on them and you doing all of that. And so you hold it in the inside and you suffer in silence day in and day out. You over there just by yourself and nobody knows what you're dealing with. Nobody knows the heartache that you're going through, the pain that you're carrying every single day because you don't want to put that pressure on nobody else. Thank you, Gina. You don't want to put that pressure on nobody else. You don't want to have nobody else over there, you know what I'm saying, just going through and worried about you. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate you. But let me tell you something. It's somebody that you can throw it on that they don't mind. They excited about you giving them your burdens. They excited about you giving them your pain. They excited about you giving them your heartache, that hurt that's in the deep parts of you that you don't want to talk to nobody about. He's excited. He's like, give it to me. Give that right there to me. It was once you give it to me, I can do with it what nobody else can do. Once you give it to me, excited. He's excited about you giving it to Him. He's excited about that. You know why? Because the moment that you get to that point in your life where you start surrendering everything that you have to Him and you're relying on Him on a regular basis, seeking His face on a regular basis, then now His mission is being fulfilled. He's able to bless you the way that He wants to bless you. You were not created to survive, sweetheart. You were created to thrive in life. You were created to be successful. You were created to be a conqueror. You were created to be victorious. You were not put here to fail. Understand me. Hear me when I say that to you, because it's somebody right now and this is your struggle. This is your struggle right now. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, oh my God, I was put here to fail. I've been failing all my life. I ain't never been able to do this and I ain't never been able to do that. And I'm here this morning. Thank you, Antoinette, for the love. I want you to know I'm here this morning to tell you that you were not put here to fail. You were not put here to survive. You was put here to thrive. You are more than a conqueror. Understand me? You are more than victorious. You are more than enough. But the only way that you're going to live that life, that a thriving life, the only way that you're going to live that victorious life, the only way that you're going to live up to your fullest potential and experience the peace that you're supposed to have, the joy that is overflowing that you're supposed to have, the only way that you're going to be able to experience that is if you get in alignment with the Most High God. You have to become partners with Him. Understand me? You have to lock in with Him. You have to get serious about your life. You have to get serious about your spiritual journey. You got to get serious about your mental health and your emotional health. You have to get serious about these things, because until you get serious about these things, you're going to always be in that stuck, stagnant state. You're going to always feel stifled. You're going to always feel like you're always resetting or always bouncing back until you lock in. until you lock in. You can't expect the best from nobody when you're not giving them your best. You can't expect the best from nobody if you're not giving them your best. Make that make sense real quick. Come on now. Come on now. Can we talk about that? Yeah. You know how mad you get, friends? Say, wow. Do you know how mad you get when you over there giving somebody the best that you got and they giving you basic? When you over there going outside of your way and you making sacrifices and you bending over backwards and you giving them everything that you got. I'm talking about everything that you got. And they keep showing up basic. And then you looking at it and you like, man, this relationship is 90-10. This relationship it's 90-10. It's like I'm doing all the work, and the little bit that you're supposed to show up with, you can't even show up with that. The little 10% that you're responsible for, you ain't got nothing but excuses. Every time it turn around, you can't do it because of this, and you can't do it because of that. You can't make it because of this. You can't make it because of that. This is a 90-10 type of relationship. You know how mad you feel about that. You know how drained you feel about that. You know how pissed off you feel about that. You know how some of y'all be so triggered, understand me, to do the absolute most in those type of relationships. Why? Because coach, that ain't got up under my skin. When you start getting real and you start looking at that relationship and you start seeing the finances that you done spent on that individual, the time that you done poured into that individual, the sacrifices that you done made for that person, and you start to see how they done came up ever since they been with you, how they've evolved since they been with you. They don't even dress the same no more. Understand me? They was wearing Reebok Classics. Now they over here with every pair of Jordans that came out. They didn't even know what a fresh cut looked like. They were so used to a bowl cut. Now they out here and they got a dark Caesar. You ain't even know what a dark Caesar was. It came all the way up off of you. Over there eating chicken nuggets and drinking red Kool-Aid. Now sitting over here across from you eating Tommy Hawk and loaded potatoes. And it's all you. Giving, doing, sacrificing, giving, doing, sacrificing, giving, doing, sacrifice. You know how mad you get about stuff like that? That's how we show up in our relationship with God. We show up in that relationship and he's giving us the best of him every single time. Every time that we call, he answers. Every time we need, he resupplies. Every time we don't do this and do that, he's right there giving us new grace and new mercy every day that we're not even deserving of, going outside of our way, and we're putting ourselves in these predicaments, in these situations, going through all of this, and he just keeps showing up and saving us, showing up and showing grace, showing up and giving it to us, showing up and restoring it, showing up and delivering it over and over and over. And just like you get tired of that, you're not stepping back and saying, when you gonna get serious? When you gonna get serious? When you gonna lock in? When you gonna get focused? When are you going to see that I want the best for you? Because after a while in that relationship, that's the conversation we start to have with those individuals, right, Quan? We start to have these conversations with these individuals. You start saying stuff like, look, I can't keep carrying you. I can't keep doing this for you. I can't keep being the only one in this relationship that wants more. I can't just be the only one in this relationship that want bigger, that want better, that want to evolve. Understand me? That want to thrive in life. I can't do this like this because life is already hard. I don't want to be connected to nobody that's going to make it 2 and 3 and 4 times harder. Understand me? This is the stuff that we say in the physical, not understanding that this is the same level of treatment that we actually give to God. Oh yeah, unball your toes. Relax your toes. I'm sorry, I ain't have to step on them like that. Give me a second. I ain't mean to step on them like that. I ain't mean to do you like that. But you got to get serious. You got to get serious. You want to grow. You want to evolve. You want to thrive in life. You got to get serious. You got to lock in. You got to stop with the excuses. You got to stop with the excuses. You got to stop with the sometiminess. You got to stop with the fatigue type of faith. And yeah, only when things go in the way that you wanted to go, that you show up. No, this has to be something that you are serious about. If you want to see and experience the fullness of God, if you want to see and have that experience of experiencing real love, experiencing real joy, experiencing real peace, or experiencing real sound mind, you have to get serious about yourself. Understand me? You have to take your life, you have to take it seriously. Some of you guys play way too much. You think everything is funny. You think everything is a joke. Everything is a game. And it's all fun and games until it's not. Until it's not. Life is serious business. Life is serious business. Depression is real. Stress is real. Panic attacks is real. Not being able to sleep all night, oh, that's real. Not being able to eat, losing your appetite because your heart is broken in a million different pieces, baby, that's real. Experiencing heartache, letdown, disappointments, dragging along generations on generations of trauma, of hurt, of pain, of secret and lies. Understand me, that's real. These things are real. And we're going to continue to do that until we get serious with our life. Understand me, you owe it to yourself to take you seriously. Understand me, folks are always going to treat you the same way that they see how you treat you. So if you are inconsistent with you, then you be prepared for that. They're about to be inconsistent with you as well. Understand me, if you lie to you, if you tell you that you're going to do something and you don't do what you say that you're going to do, whether they say something or not, folks is watching you and they see that you're lying to yourself. So guess what they do? They lie to you too. Understand me. They see that you halfway love you, that you talk down on yourself. Understand me, that you always pointing out negative things about yourself, ostracizing the smallest little things about yourself. Then guess what they do? They start letting it come out of their mouth as well. They start talking about your weight. They start talking about your blemishes. They start talking about, laughing and joking about it. And then when you say something, they say, I ain't saying nothing about you that you don't say about yourself. That's a telltale sign that folk right there, they're watching, they're listening, understand me, and they're going to treat you and speak about you the same way that you treat you and the same way that you speak about you. This is why you have to be a walking, talking, living, breathing example of how you want folk to treat you. I don't play about me. That's how you got to show up. Baby, I don't play about me. Boundaries intact. Oh yeah, master the art of detachment. I know how to get out your face and out your way, and I will do it expeditiously. Understand me, my sign is leave them. Oh yeah, I will leave you alone. Expeditiously, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Understand me, no extra conversations needed. We ain't doing no round table talk. I'm not Jada Pickett, nor am I Willow. Understand me, keep your red table, baby. We ain't got to look at each other eyeball to eyeball to get an understanding. You did what you did. I felt what I felt, and I hit the door. That's it. That's all. I don't let folk play with me. Unplaywittable. Unplaywittable. You want to play games, you have to find somewhere else to do that. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. If you want, this is how you have to be about your life. You have to be so locked into your life and what you want out of life that you let folk know from the door, I don't play like that. Understand me, I don't play like that. This lady that went out there, she was locked in. She was committed. She already knew exactly what her job was. She already knew exactly why she was out there. And she wasn't out there to congregate. She wasn't out there to gossip. She wasn't out there to powwow with nobody. Understand me, she came there because she needed something from him. She needed healing. Understand me, 12 years, an empty pocket, full of frustration, full of hurt, body over there in a whole bunch of pain. You've been going through this for 12 years. Do you think I got time to be playing with you? Some of us got to be real about ourselves. You've been going through the hurt that you've been going through. You've been going through this all your life. You feeling like Celia. All my life I had to fight. Understand me? All my life I had to fight. Some of us got that same attitude. You've been going through it since you've been a kid, watching mama and daddy. You've been going through it since you've been a young teenager. Understand me? Going through different relationships as a young adult. Now you done got your heart broke over and over and over again because you keep picking the same folk over and over and over again because you don't know how to break out of that cycle. All your life you've been in a fight. And I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you that you can pull the cape off. You can take off the gloves. Yeah. She said, I'm ready to take this off. I'm ready to take this off. And me taking this off means that I got to shut out all the noise. I got to shut out all the noise. I got to shut out all the haters. I got to ignore all the spectators, all the monitoring spirits. I got to navigate through all of this right here. Understand me, my focus got to be on my what? On my healing. And the season that we're in right now, you have to have that mindset. My focus is on what? My focus is on my healing. Put that inside of your notes. That's red ink right there. My focus is on my healing. I'm tired of being in the situation that I'm in. Come on, Michelle. I'm tired of dealing with what it is that I've been dealing with. I'm tired of always having to bounce back. I'm tired of always experiencing this type of hurt, this type of pain from different folk. This been the same script, but the different cast. And I'm ready to get up out of this. Understand me. I no longer want to be a part of the play. You have to know and understand this. I am focused on my healing. I am focused on my deliverance. I am focusing on my breakthrough. I am focusing on my restoration. My focus is not the focus that y'all got. Y'all out here, understand me, because the crowd was there. Y'all out here to get y'all pictures. Y'all out here to get y'all video. Y'all out here to say that y'all laid eyes on him. Y'all can't wait to get back to y'all village to tell everybody that you saw the Son of Man, that you saw Christ, that you saw the Messiah. But the part that got me in that story though, Lily, was this right here. Do you know how crazy you really gonna sound when you go back to your village, when you go back to your hut, when you go back to wherever it was that you was living in, when you go back to that place, right? And you say, oh, I seen the Messiah. Understand me, I saw the Son of Man. Understand me, I saw the one that was healing the lame. I saw the one that was healing the blind eyes. I saw the one that was opening the deaf ears. I saw the one that was healing folk of leprosy, and I didn't ask him for nothing. What in the world was you doing? Understand me, you was out there with the man that could have given you everything, that could have opened up a door, that could have created a way, that could have gave you abundance, that could have gave you all, and you ain't asking for nothing. You ain't, what? You left with nothing? How you had a crowd? Hold up. Y'all ain't never thought about that. Think about it. All y'all out here, and y'all left with nothing. I'm from the hood. I'm leaving here with something. Oh yeah, I'm a trenches baby. I'm leaving here with something. If you think I'm going to sit out here all this time, oh, I'm leaving here with something. Oh, I want you to know, you think I done sit out here all this time with all of these folks? Where the trenches babies at? Where the trenches babies at? Where y'all at? Oh, baby, because we leaving here with something. Oh, we leaving here with something. I need for you, yes. Oh, we not coming back empty-handed. Baby, we not coming back empty-handed. Know that. We not coming back empty-handed. When you think I done sat out here all this time and waited on you to cross from one side of the river over to the other side of the river, and you think that I'm gonna leave here empty-handed? Hand it to me. Oh baby, I'm leaving here with something. Do you know how crazy you gotta sound when you get back home to tell these folks that you was out there? Understand me, you out there with the Messiah, you out there with Christ, you out there with the Son of Man, the one that could do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ask or even think. Understand me, and you didn't go get nothing. You came back here and all you got is a story. Are you serious? Just because it's a crowd does not mean that it's genuine. Just because it's a crowd does not mean that it's real. Understand me. Just because you can pack out arenas, you can pack out a cathedral, just because you can pack out, you know what I'm saying, a parking lot, a building or whatever, does not make it real. Understand me. That don't make it real, because that right there, that's the perfect example of it right there. That don't make it real right there, because you had all of those folks, and it's only talking about two folks. You had crowd of people that was out there, and it's only talking about two folks. You had a group of folks that was out there that was waiting on you when you got over there. And the only two people that we're talking about out of that whole entire crowd is two people. We're talking about Jairus, who was a leader of the synagogue, understand me, who fell at his feet that said, my daughter is at home. Jairus came out there because he needed something. I need something, understand me. I'm not leaving out here with nothing. I need something about you. I'm not going to wait out here and go back empty empty-handed, knowing that my daughter is laying sick in her bed. Understand me, I'm here to intercede. I'm here on her behalf. Understand that you got the lady with the issue of blood. She's out there pressing through the crowd. If I can touch her clothes, you ain't even got to address me. You ain't got to touch me. I just want to touch what's on you. And my faith, I got so much faith, so much belief in you, I know that I'll be made whole. A crowd of people, but we only talking about two. Hey now, say now. A crowd of people, but we only talking about two. That lets us know all that we need to know about a crowd. That lets us know all that we need to know about a crowd. It can be a crowd form, but that don't mean that it's real. Understand me, you can hoop, you can holler, you can do all of that. Oh yeah, but that don't mean that it's real. Understand me, we see that now. We see that in this right here. We see that right here when we're dealing with this situation, right? So she goes out there, and in verse 29, it says immediately her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. At once, Jesus realized that the power had left out of him. He turned around in the crowd and he asked, "Who touched me?" Yep, you see the people crowding against you. His disciple answered, "And yet you ask, who touched me?" Understand me, in this moment, this right here, this is a moment that lets us know that just because the disciples was there, don't mean that they knew it all. Don't mean that, they were still in the learning stages of this thing as well, right? Because they asked him such a crazy thing. Understand me, I know when virtue leave me. I know when power leave me. Understand me, but the part that I like I told y'all yesterday, I like the fact that Jesus stayed focused. He stayed focused right there where he was. He did not have a conversation back and forth with the disciple. He did not look at him and say, "Well, I know that somebody touched me who had a different type of faith. I know somebody touched me that had a different level of belief. I know that somebody touched me because when they touched me, I want you to know that virtue left out of me. Power left out of me. Somebody touched me, and when it touched me, it took me down. It took something up out of me, a little bit out of me. It took a little bit out of me. It took a little bit out of me. It got a little bit of something up out of me, and I felt it when it came up out of me." He did not stop to have that conversation with them as all. He stayed focused on the mission, which is the same thing that we as believers, we have to learn how to do. We have to learn to be focused on the mission. Understand me, everything don't deserve a response. Everything don't deserve your attention. You can't stop and address every issue. It's going to be some folk that's going to be exactly what they want. They want you to stop doing what you're doing so that you can talk to them, engage with them. And all of that is a trick of the enemy to get you over there distracted. Understand me, you have to make sure that you weren't focused. He was focused. He never even answered him. He never gave him a reply, never gave him a rebuttal, never tried to clear it up with him. And that's exactly what you got to do on this journey. Some folk don't deserve your attention. They don't deserve your response. They don't deserve your reaction. You got to stay focused. Understand me, the focus is the mission. The focus is the healing. The focus is the restoration. The focus is the deliverance. Understand me, this is what we're focused on. I ain't got time to be over here playing with you. So what he says to him, he says, "But Jesus kept." This is in the scripture. I'm not making this up right here, right? Hold on, right? Let me get back to it right there. But verse 32 says, "But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. He paid him no mind. He did not give him the slightest bit of attention. He paid the disciple no mind." The scripture says it, not me. That's what it says in 32. It says, "But Jesus kept looking around," understand me, "to see who did it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, and trembling with fear, she told the whole truth. He said to her, 'Daughter, your faith hath healed you. Go in peace and be free from your suffering.'" In that moment, understand me, she had already made up her mind. I'm leaving here with something. I'm not leaving here empty-handed. I'm going to get my healing on today. 12 years has been long enough. Understand me, 12 years is long enough. I've spent everything that I had already. I'm not leaving here without something. Thank you, kind. I appreciate you this morning. Double tap on my screen if you've already made up in your mind that you're not leaving here empty-handed. Double tap on the screen if you are at that place in your life where you like, oh no, I need something. I got to get something up out of you. Yeah. Look at child of God. I see you dancing. Get your dance on. Praise break, baby. Praise break. Thank you so much, Lily. Double tapping on the screen if it's tight, but it's right. If it's tight, but it's right. Thank you, Bree. I appreciate you. If you know you've been slipping a little bit, if you know that, yeah, coach, you know what? Sometimes I ain't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, how I supposed to be doing it. I got to get right. I got to get in alignment. I got to lock in the way that I'm supposed to be locked in. Divinely see. Thank you so much, Sheila Davis. Thank you so much, Edie Nicole. I appreciate that love. Let's get some love going on the Book of Many Faces as well. We are at 1,337. The goal is 2K. Let's get up to like 1,500 real quick. Double tap on the screen. Can we be real? Can we get 5 badges on the gram? If we can get 5 badges on the gram real quick, double tapping on the screen. We about to get into 35. We're gonna get into verse 35, right? And I want you guys, before I skip it, before I go into 35, let me seal that up for you, right? Let me seal that up for you. He said, daughter, your faith have healed you. Go in peace, free from suffering. I want you to understand that it was important for him to locate her so that he could address her in front of the crowd. Understand me? It was important for him to locate her in front of the crowd so that he can address her in front of the crowd. Why? Because she was deemed as unclean, right? She was already deemed as unclean. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Heart Key. I appreciate you. She was deemed as unclean amongst those people, because of her long suffering of 12 years, him addressing her and calling her daughter and letting it be known to the mass, to the people that surround, that you are now clean. You used to be considered unclean. You are now clean. You are now healed, right? So now when she leaves this place, she don't have to argue with nobody about who she is. When she walks away from this place, everybody knows that she's a daughter. Understand me? A daughter of the Son of Man. This is what he said to her, right? He said he called her daughter. This is what he called her. So now when she leaves from this place, she don't have to deal with a bunch of negativity. She don't have to deal with a bunch of drama. She don't have to go over there and try to plead her case to certain folk and try to convince them of anything, because he already stamped it. He did what, coach? He already stamped that. Y'all can put that in the chat. Y'all can put stamped. Just put stamped. Just put stamped in the chat. He already stamped that. Understand me? He did it in front of everybody. He did it. Yeah. Oh yeah. He done it. He done that in front of everybody. In front of everybody. He made sure that he addressed her so that they would know from this point forward that this is what's going on right here. Understand me? This right here. Thank you so much, Benny Simpson. He let him know that from this point forward, this what's going on right here. Y'all ain't gonna be able to play with her the way y'all used to be able to play with her. Thank you, Vita Brooks. I appreciate you. Y'all ain't gonna be able to play with her the way y'all been playing with her. That right there, baby, that's gone right there. Y'all ain't gonna be able to handle her the way that y'all used to handle her. That right there, that's been taken care of already. She's healed. And not only is she healed, she's my daughter. And when we get into 35, while Jesus was speaking to some of the people, came from the house of Jairus, right? Jairus, the synagogue leader. Your daughter is unalive, they said. Now keep in mind, I told y'all yesterday, it was something about this that stood out to me, because now I see Jairus' situation and Lazarus' situation is the same type of situation, but with different people. Mary and Martha came to find Jesus and let him know that Lazarus was sick, right? And that he was about to go out. He was about to be unalive. Thank you, Rashida. This is what they came to let him know, right? But Jesus was already on a mission. He was already doing something when they came and told him this. So it was 4 days before he actually got to Lazarus. And by the time he got to Lazarus had already been wrapped in the unalive clothes. He had already been put inside the cave, and the stone had already been put in front of it, right? Now, with Jairus' situation, Jesus is out here, and he's on a mission with the lady right now with the issue of blood. He has to address her. He has to make sure that she's done, that this is stamped, that this has been taken care of. And in the process of him finishing up that, now what happened? They come running. They come running. They let him know. They say, hey, Jairus is the synagogue leader, a leader of the synagogue. He says, hey, look, I know you came down here because you was waiting on Jesus to come heal your baby, but yeah, y'all been down here too long. Y'all been down here doing this too long. She's unalive now. She's gone already. You got some folk that can't wait to come tell you some bad news. Hey now, come here, come here, come here. You got some folk that can't wait to come tell you some bad news. That every time they call you, it's a bad news. Every time they turn around, it's something that they got. You got some folk that can't wait to come and bring you some bad news. And this is the reason why you got to keep folk out your ear. This is the reason why you got to keep folk right on up out your ear. It's some folk in your life, they cannot wait to call you, to text you with some type of drama, with some type of chaos, something falling apart here, falling apart there. And it's like, you ain't never got nothing good to call to tell me. You ain't never got nothing uplifting happening in your life that you call to tell me. Why every time that you reach out to me, it's always about something negative. It's always about something falling apart. It's always about something going down. Understand me? It's almost, if you ever watched the movie Life, they out there on the bench sitting up under the tree in the movie Life. Understand me? And they got one person that can read. I think that was Claude. Claude is the only one that can read. They passing Claude all the mail. Claude reading all the mail. Every time Claude read a piece of mail, it's somebody in the mail that have already been unalive. They buried your uncle. They buried your daddy. They buried your mother. They buried your child. They buried your granny. And before you know it, Claude said, any more mail? Everybody said, no. They didn't even want him to read no more mail. They didn't want him to open up damn another letter. Why? Because every letter that you read in Claude got somebody being buried. It got somebody going up out of here. I don't want to hear no more negativity. I don't want to hear no more negativity. I don't want to spend the rest of my time. If I'm out here and I'm doing life, you think I want to be over here with that on my mind? Do you think I want to be out here worrying about that, crying about that? Nah, don't even read the mail. Some folk, you just got to cut all the way down. It's always something negative that's coming out your mouth. And you have to distance yourself from those type of folk. You have to get all the way away from them, because that negative energy, it will transfer. I need for you to know that. That negative energy, spiritual transformation is real. When it transferring is from one person to another, it's real. Understand me. That spiritual transfer, it's real. They can come in there with that negative spirit, with that negative energy, that negative aura, and here you are having the best day ever. Here you are having the time of your life. Energy is good, aura is good. You done went through praise and worship and had you a good time in devotion, and here come the adversary walking right on up into the office. They can't wait to spill that negative energy all on you. They can't wait to come in there with that negative email. They can't wait to come over there to say something or to do something to upset your day or to upset your mood. Understand me? And this is why you gotta know. Thank you, Dakita. I appreciate that CA this morning. This is why you gotta know how to shut folk down. Understand me? You have to disassociate. You have to disengage altogether. I'm not dealing with nothing negative. I don't want to hear nothing negative. I don't want to be involved or connected to nothing negative. I'm having a good day, and I'm going to have a good day on purpose. I am very intentional about my day. I'm intentional about how I show up. I'm intentional with the conversations that I have. Understand me? Why? Because I am not allowing nobody to have that type of power or authority over my day. You won't ruin my mood. It's real. You won't. Sometimes you have to look the enemy directly in the face and let him know, baby, you're not gonna ruin my mood. I'm not about to let you upset me. I'm not finna let you upset me. I'm not finna let you piss me off. I'm not finna let you have me walking around this office with an attitude, all of that. I ain't about to do none of that. I'm not about to do none of that. Because I'm telling you right now, with the right type of mindset, the right type of energy, even though it can be a bad situation, you can turn it all the way around into something good. Even if it's nothing but a learning lesson, understand me, even if it's a learning experience for you, even it could be the worst thing ever, and you could be that bright light that enters the room and say, I understand what's going on, I get that, but we need to use this as a teachable moment, a learning moment, right? Where we know not to do this again. And sometimes when you walk in with that type of attitude right there in front of everything, that situation can get turned all the way around, and you can see how you can use that thing that was deemed as negative, that everybody looked at as negative. You are all of a sudden, because of your positive energy and your positive outlook, you can see how you can use that thing that was negative. You can now use it for your good. It's always two intentions that's going to work. Understand me? There's never just one. And I told this in boot camp, right? We learned this in boot boot camp. Erica, Martin, thank you so much. We learned this in boot camp. There's always two intentions that's going to be going to work at the same time. It's not always just one. Where there's a good intention, there's also a bad intention that's going to always be present. Understand me? But if you have to have the right type of mindset to locate that good intention, you have to have the right type of thinking, understand me, to locate that good intention. And you only find it when you're in alliance. When you're in alliance with God, locked in, He ain't gonna have you ignorant. They can intend it for your bad, but He intended it for your good. So the same way that the brothers put Joseph through all of that and he still came out on top, it's the same way they can take you through all of that and you can still come out on top. You can have the same response to the people that hurt you, to the people that betrayed you, the people that lied to you, the people that backstabbed you, the people that disappointed you, the people that did the absolute most to you. You can look them in their face. The same way Joseph looked his brothers in their face and he says, you intended it for my bad, but God intended it for my good. Understand me? Yeah, you might have thought that what you was doing was going to destroy me. You might have thought that you violating me, you doing and hurting me the way that you did, that was going to destroy me. No, that just made me who I am today. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I am better. So much better. The songwriter says, I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I'm better. I'm so much better. So much. Understand me? Right there. Don't nothing destroy a hater. Don't nothing destroy a hater like seeing that they didn't destroy you. That what they set out to take you out did not take you out. To see that what they did, how they plotted and how they planned against you, how they spoke negatively against you, how they worked overtime to try to do something to you, and you still come out on top. You still out here. They looking like, oh my God, all of that, baby. Yes, I thank God for it. Yeah, because if had I not went through that, had I not experienced this, had I not had that trial, had I not had that tribulation, had I not done that, then I would have never seen the glory of the Lord. Understand me? So when I talk about Him being a provider, I speak about it the way that I speak about it, with so much passion, because there was times in my life when He had to provide for me. When I speak about with so much passion about how He will come through and make a way out of no way. There was times in my life where I knew that there was no other way, that I could have done it or could have survived it, but He made a way out of no way. When we say these things and you see certain people quicken in their spirit and get excited in their spirit, when you see the tears start to flow out of their eyes, it's because they've experienced these truths. Understand me? They've experienced these moments that they know that it was nobody but God. I'm here by His grace. I survived by His mercy. I am protected and by the Most High God. Understand me? It's a difference. Every trial, every tribulation, everything that you went through, it made you who you are. Understand me? It made you who you are. You ain't got to be embarrassed. You ain't got to be ashamed. You ain't got to be humiliated in no type of way, shape, or form about it. Understand me? Because telling your truth, it empowers you. Understand me? You ain't got to tuck it away. You ain't got to compartmentalize it. You ain't got to pretend that it never happened. You speak your truth. And every time that you tell your truth, you're going to feel the empowerment. You're going to feel the inspiration flowing through your brains. Understand me? Just knowing that I went through that and you still made a way. I experienced that and you still made a way. Understand me? It's different for us. It's different. While Jairus was speaking, some people came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue leader. Your daughter is unalive, they said. Why bother the teacher anymore? Understand? Why bother the teacher anymore? Hold up a minute. Hold up, Lily. How my grandma say, hold my mule. Hold my mule real quick, Lily. Hold my mule. Hold him over to the side for a minute, because I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I gotta bother this part. I really do. I gotta bother this part. I surely do. Surely I have to bother this part. I can't skip past this, right? Because remember now, I'm telling y'all, it's nothing new up under the sun, right? Nothing new up under the sun, and we just saw the same thing. We just saw the same thing, Kira. We saw that over there with Lazarus. His own sister said what? His own sister said, why are we going to bring him up out of there? He been in the grave now for 4 days. He already stink. We don't want to do that right now. Come on, Benny. Let's be real about it. It's going to be some folk in your life, some folk that you love, some folk that you respect, some folk that you think got it like that y'all locked in like that, and them will be the very folk that want you to give up, the very folk that want you to throw in the towel, the very folk that want you to walk away from it, because you my sister. If there was any way to bring me back to life, Martha, why would you be concerned about something as petty as the smell when I'm gonna bring your brother back to life? Now here goes Jairus. He's the synagogue leader, which means he's the leader over these folk. Understand me? How y'all gonna come and tell me, your leader, right? Tell your leader not to bother the teacher when my daughter is laying in a bed and you telling me that she's unalive? Same thing, different people. Martha didn't want Jesus to bother the situation. The people from the synagogue didn't want Jairus to bother Jesus with the situation. Same story, different folk. You see why now you can't put your confidence in people? The Bible said don't put your confidence in them. Now you see why, right? Now you see why you can't let just know anybody say no anything to you. Now you see why you can't just go with what other folk come and tell you. Because listen, if Jesus would have listened to Martha, then Lazarus would have never came from the grave. If Jesus would have listened to Martha, then Lazarus, her own brother, would have never came from the grave. Understand me? This is what I'm telling you. You have to know what you know and stand on what you know, and shut out all the noise, shut out all the drama, shut out all the chaos. Some folk will talk you out of your blessing. Some folk will talk you out of your elevation. Some folk will talk you out of your open door. Some folk will talk you out of your yes. You have to ignore those folks. You got to get those folks up out your ear. It's either you trust in God or you not. I'm so grateful that Jesus ignored Martha. Understand me? I'm so grateful that Jesus ignored Martha, that he did not pay her no mind. His rebuttal to Martha, if I'm not mistaken, was, didn't I ask you if you wanted to see the glory of the Lord? Come here. Oh, you got to stop doing this. Hey now. He says, wait a minute. Hey, come here, Erica. Wait a minute. I'm going to be good. I'm going to try to be good. Wait a minute. He said to her, didn't I ask you a couple of verses up? If you wanted to see the glory of the Lord? Understand me. I asked you that, right? And you said yes. And now that I'm about to show you the glory of the Lord, now you over here talking about a smell. Now you worried about what it's going to smell like. I asked you already if you wanted to feel, you wanted to see the glory of the Lord. Well, I want you to know that this is your moment. Understand me, even in your ignorance, right? Even in your ignorance, even in your pettiness, I'm going to still show you. Understand me, I'm going to show you exactly who I am. You said that if I was here, then this would have never happened. I'm showing you now that I am here. This right here, he's still not going to happen. Death still will not hold him. Understand me, death, you ain't going to have that one right there. If I was here, then it wouldn't have happened. And now that I am here, it's still not going to happen, because what death? You can't have them. Hey now, come here. I said I'm going to be good. But that's what he asked her. He said, didn't I ask you if you wanted to see the glory of the Lord? Now you get over here with Jairus, and this is a whole nother story in a whole nother book. And he's having the same experience over here. The people from the synagogue say, don't bother the teacher with this. Why continue to bother the teachers with this? In other words, they telling Jairus, listen, your daughter is already gone. There's no need to take him to your house now. Your daughter is already gone. Understand me. You might as well let him sit out here with the mass of people, a bunch of folk that's only there to be monitoring spirits, a bunch of folk that's only there to be spectators, the bunch of folk that's just out there just to be out there, because again, he out there and ain't talking to nobody but the lady with the issue of blood and Jairus. Why? Because everybody else is just out there just to be out there. Understand me? They was ready for him to give up on this situation. They like, why bother the teacher at this point? This is why you can't take advice from everybody. Verse 6. Overhearing what they said. Oh, I'm trying to stay on this walking pad, baby. I'm trying to stay on this here thing. I just turned it up a little bit. Listen. Sit down, Shirley. Sit down, Shirley. She want to dance already. Hold on. Because I got to tell you. She's talking about, let's go. I know you're looking. Listen, give me a second. I'm going to tell you what he said. Overhearing what was said, Jesus told them, don't be afraid. Just believe. Jesus still dealing with the lady with the issue of blood. Out there with the crowd, overhears what the people from the synagogue is saying to Jairus, right? They're telling him, they don't need you to bother the teacher with this. You might as well let this go because your daughter is already gone. Jesus paused for a second and tell them, hey, look, don't worry. Yeah, don't be afraid. Just believe. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Understand me. Don't be afraid. Just believe. And that's what I'm saying to y'all on this morning. Baby, I don't care how it might look right now. Understand me. I don't care what you're going through in your life right now. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Just believe. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Understand me. Believe in the God that you serve. What he can do is he can turn it around just like that. He can flip that switch just like that. He can catapult you just like that. He can take you from here to there just like that. That's the God that we serve. Don't be afraid. Don't get all scared. Don't get over there and get scared. Don't start feeling all doubtful. Don't get over there feeling all insecure. Don't allow those things to take place. He says, just believe. Don't be afraid. Just believe. He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. He said to him, don't be afraid, just believe. He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, John, the brother of James. He just stole away from the crowd. And he only had a selective few with him. Then stole away from the crowd and he only got a few folk with him. What I keep telling y'all about these crowds, don't get so caught up in these crowds. Understand me. Don't get distracted with the crowds. Don't get distracted with the amounts and all of that. Understand me, because that don't mean nothing. That right there don't mean it don't mean nothing. How the old folks say, a hill of beans, it don't mean nothing. I want you to understand. So he's still away, and it's just Peter and it's John, James's brother, that's with him. It says when they come to the house of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw a commotion. He saw a commotion with people crying and wailing loudly. When Jesus came to the home of the synagogue leader, who is Jairus now, Jesus saw commotion with people crying and wailing out loud. He went in and he said to them, why all this commotion and wailing? Oh my God. Just be still for a second. When Jesus went in, he said to them, why all this commotion and wailing? Why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not unalive, but she sleep. Why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not unalive, but sleep. Understand me. That's going to be verse 39. Now, understand this, right? Jairus have already went out here. He was the first one that he encountered when he came from over on the other side of the lake. Before the woman with the issue of blood got there, let's remember, he had already, oh my God, remember, he had already encountered Jairus way before this happened, right? He had already encountered Jairus before that she got there. When he got over there, he ran into Jairus, and Jairus had said to him, my daughter is sick, right? He had already let Jairus know that I'm coming to your house. He had already let Jairus know that, yes, I'm going to handle what you need to be handled. I'm going to handle that at your house already. Now, I want y'all to pause. Chosen family, what is it that I've taught you guys already, right? Understand what I taught y'all already. His word gonna be his word, right? Understand me. And what did I tell y'all? I said it was a prison guard. And I told y'all this last week. Think back. It's a prison guard that talked to Jesus, right? He said, I got one of my workers is at my house. And he's at my house and he's what? And he's sick. Remember, he said, yeah, but I can't let you come to my house because I'm unclean. I'm unfit. But your word, your word's so powerful that you ain't even got to be in my house to handle what's in my house. Your word is so powerful. Understand me that you ain't even got to step foot in my house, but your word can heal him right there, from here to there. That's how strong your word is. Understand me. Your word is so strong that you ain't got to touch him. You ain't got to touch him for him to be healed, right? This is another. I'm just showing you how all of these things tie into each other. I'm just showing you how the word has always been the word, because I say things to you and I want you to know that you can stand on it. Understand me. The word of God, it does not change. Understand me. It does not wither. It does not fade. It's the only thing that you can stand on, and it'll be a firm foundation in your life. I am just showing you how all of these experiences with different people, how all of them go back to prove that the word of God is in fact real. If you think about it, this is what happened with that officer who got his worker healed. When Jesus did not go to the house, he simply spoke it and it was done, right? So now Jairus meets him at this boat, right? He's the first one that meets him at the boat. Jesus has already committed to going to Jairus' house, but then on the way he encounters the woman with the issue of blood. So he handled business with the woman with the issue of blood, but his mission is still what? Jairus' daughter. Hey now. Oh, when I say this, I know y'all gonna turn virtual church up. Oh gosh, double tap on the screen. Because when I say this, y'all gonna turn virtual church up. Wait. What are you saying? What are you saying to us, coach? Make it plain. Give us what you're saying. What I'm saying to you right now is the reason why Jesus said that the child is not unalive, but she's sleeping, is because from the time that he met Jairus at the boat, he already preserved her life. He already knew what was going to happen. And that all of this was what, if you in boot camp, is what is predetermined plan. It's a predetermined plan. I already knew this was going to happen. So he's telling them that she's not unalive, but she's sleeping because this is predetermined. Understand me. I'm preserving her until I get there. When I get there, trust me, she's going to get up. When I get there, you're going to see a whole nother thing. This right here, this ain't the finish. This ain't the end right here. It's more to this. You got to know that. So when he's saying to these people, he get to the house, he's looking at them with the face of confusion, like, why are y'all got all this commotion going out here? Why y'all got all this high wailing going on out here? Why y'all out here carrying on like how y'all carrying on, and y'all at the synagogue? Understand me. Are y'all believers or not? Are y'all locked in with me or not? Because if y'all believed in me the way y'all said y'all believed in me, if y'all believed in me the way that y'all supposed to be teaching me inside of this synagogue, then there should be no commotion. There should be no wailing. There should be no grieving. If you know that you know what you know, then none of this should be taking place. Y'all should be just simply waiting on my arrival. Because she's not unalive. She's sleeping. Oh, hey now, she throwing shoes. Hey now. This is why I tell you guys, when you're locked in with Christ, you grieve different. When you're locked in with Christ, you live different. You speak different. Everything about you is completely different. You don't give energy like how other folk give energy. You don't respond like how other folk respond. Understand me. Listen, it was already done, Kira. Look, hey, it was already done at the boat. I need for y'all to understand. I gotta walk around in a minute. I'll be back. Understand, I gotta walk around in a minute. Listen, I need for you to understand. It was done at the boat. It was done, Christina. It was done at the boat. Kim, it was taking place already at the boat. Amanda, it was taking place already at the boat. Candace, it was handled at the boat. Cassandra, it was handled at the boat. Rashad, it was handled at the boat. What was already needed to happen had already happened. Tasha, at the boat. It was already taken care of at the boat, Lily. It was taken care of already. Understand me. The only reason he had to go to the house, understand me, was because it was predetermined. It was already taken care of at the boat. Hey. It was already, oh my God. Tear it up. I'm going to go, yeah. Go ahead, give it. You have to give it right there. Well, you have to give it right there. Yeah. Yes. Rashad, do an extra lap for me. Yes. Yeah, you have, it was already taking place. Well, it was already taking place. It had already happened. Understand me. This is why he's saying the things that he's saying. This is why he's speaking about it the way that he's speaking about it. Because he's acknowledging the fact that what you ask of me, Jarius, it doesn't matter how long it takes me to get there. I've already done what you asked me to do. That's already been taken care of already. When I say just like that, in the word it says he hastens. Hastens means to do speedy, to speedily do a thing. He hastened to do whatever it is needed to be done in our life. Understand me. He moves quickly in our lives when you are honest. Understand me. When you're operating with integrity and sincerity, this is how he operates in our life. Understand me. So what Jarius needed from him was already being done. It had already been taken care of. He's as cool as a cucumber, and he's trying to figure out why they not cool. He's relaxed, and he's trying to figure out why they not relaxed. Why this commotion? Why the loud wailing the way that y'all doing it? And y'all doing it at the synagogue. Understand me. That's going to make folk, if we was to think about it just a little bit, right? Pause for a second. Hey now, let me get 5 badges on the gram. On the gram, let's get 5 badges on the gram real quick. If we was to think about this real quick, right? If I was to come to the synagogue, this is a synagogue where they're teaching Christ, right? This is what they're supposed to be teaching over here. If I was come to the synagogue, and this is a place that teach Christ, that is to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, and I show up and I see a bunch of commotion and a bunch of wailing, I want to know, do you believe what you teach? Understand me. I want to know, do you believe what you teach, or are you a hypocrite? Do you teach one thing but then live a whole nother way? I need to understand that, because if you believe how I believe, and you know that the Son of Man is right here, and you wailing and you got all this commotion, now it's making me question what it is that you believe. Now it's making me question what it is that you're teaching me, because if you know like how I know, then why the wailing, why the commotion? Okay, that's too deep. You ain't have to do that to these people this morning. Okay, well, I just wanted to put that out there. I just wanted to put that out there. Hey, you know them by their fruit, baby. You know what you're dealing with by the fruit. You know them by the fruit, okay? So now I want to say this. It says over here in them. Wait a minute, I'm right here at 39. He went in and he said to them, why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not alive, but she's sleeping. But they laughed at him. Oh man. Verse 40 said, but they laughed at him. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about Lazarus? What did I tell y'all about Lazarus? Last week teaching, what did I tell y'all? Last week teaching, what did I tell y'all? God gonna always have the last laugh. Yeah, I told y'all I had a series of people that I'm going to teach this week that was coming out. Oh yeah, I don't play about this. God is going to what? God going to always have the last laugh. One thing that he's going to do, God is going to always have the last laugh. Understand me, right? So last week I told y'all about Lazarus. This week we talked about the lady with the issue of blood. And now we're talking about Jairus' daughter. And we get to verse 40 and it says, but they laughed at him. Inside of my chat, I want y'all to put Antonia, thank you so much. Inside of my chat, I want y'all to put God is going to always have the last laugh. Baby, be careful when you're laughing at me. Be careful when you're discrediting me. Be careful when you're pointing a finger at me. Be careful when you're judging me. Be careful when you're ridiculing me. Be careful when you're speaking negatively about me and over me. Understand me, be careful, because one thing about my God is always going to make sure that he gets the last laugh. And And as long as I'm in alliance with him, as long as I'm in partnership with him, as long as I'm honoring our spiritual contract, then guess what? He's always going to protect me. Understand me. I ain't got to defend myself. I ain't got to defend myself at all, baby. Understand? Dripping in what? Anointing. Dripping in anointing. Protected by the Most High God. I'm backed by heaven. Understand? Who got my back? Heaven has my back. Understand me. I ain't got to bow down to nobody. I ain't got to be out here. Oh, yeah. You have to understand what it's like when you are chosen by the Most High, when you're operating in your calling, in your purpose. It's different. You ain't got to make nobody understand. The math ain't got the math for not a soul. You got to know this dripping in anointing, protected by the Most High God and backed by heaven. Understand me. My God is always going to get the last word. He's going to get that last word. He's going to have that last laugh. God is going to always have the last laugh. But verse 40, verse 40, verse 40. But they laughed at him after he put them all out. He took the child's father and the mother and the disciples who were with him and went in where the child was. But they laughed at him. After he put them all out, took the child's father, the mother, and the disciples he brought with him, and went in where the child was. He put them all out. He did what? He put them all out. Sometimes you got to shut everybody out. Everything ain't for everybody. And that's a word right there for some folk. You think if I'm going through the horriblest time of my life, I want a bunch of jokesters around me? A bunch of folk around me that don't take nothing seriously? You think that's what I want to deal with? When I'm going through something in my life, you think when I'm in a serious part of my life, as a matter of fact, if I was Jairus, I would have been upset myself. If my daughter is laying up here and I don't know the state at this moment, what's going on with my daughter, you think that for 1 second and y'all go to laughing, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go and don't come back either, because I don't find nothing funny. Understand me, I'm not finding nothing funny. I got some issues with every single one of y'all. Understand me. Oh, I got problems with y'all real quick. Understand me. And let's not forget Peter was there. And we know the character of Peter. Understand me. We know how Peter give it up. Understand me. Like, wait a minute. What you found funny? What you found funny? Everything ain't for everybody. And when you're doing certain things in your life, moving a certain type of way in your life, you have to learn how to excuse some folk from your life. You understand me? You have to learn how to slide them folk right on up out of there, because they're not going to understand what it is that you're doing in your life. Some folk are not going to be able to put together what you're doing in your life. Their level of doubt is too high. Their level of insecurity is too high. Understand me? They can't comprehend what it is that you're about to do, or how you're about to move. Some folks' spirit is so negative. They so jealous hearted. They so envious of everything. I need for you to know this, that you have to separate yourself from these individuals. Some folk will never grow. They'll never evolve in life. Understand me? They'll never experience anything other than what they experience right now, because of the way that their heart is set up. They so evil hearted. Understand me? That they destroying themselves. Ain't nobody got to do nothing to them, because they're destroying themselves with that evil heart that they got already. So you have to know that just like Jesus put these folks out, Jesus told me he put all of them out. All of them got to go. Understand me? You have to excuse certain folk about your life, because some blessings, some opportunities, some open doors in your life is not for everybody. It's only going to be but a few that's going to understand. It's only going to be but a few that's going to comprehend. That's just the reality of it. And as much as you want them to go, as much as you want them to be there to celebrate with you, as much as you want them to support you, it's just not going to happen. And you're going to have to be okay with doing it without them. It's going to be some folk, no matter how much you love them, you're going to have to learn how to do life without them. You're going to have to move on without them. How you doing, OG Nunu? It's good to see you, sis. Some folk, you're going to have to move on without them. You're going to have to cut ties. Because where you're going and what you're doing in your life, they don't understand that. And some folk don't want it. Some people are cool right there where they are with the bare minimum. Some people are complacent right there where they are with the bare minimum. And some folk don't want nothing but attention. That's it. They ain't trying to grow. They ain't trying to evolve. They ain't trying to see nothing different. They comfortable right there in their mess. And you have to be willing to leave them right there where they happy at. Jesus excuses all of them and only takes in the mother, the father, and the disciples that he brought with them. He took her by the hand and said, Talitha Koum, which means, little girl, I say to you, get up. Tabitha, Talitha, Koum, Coum, which means, little girl, I say to you, get up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You walking into a room with Christ. He grabs your child that everybody else have said is lifeless. Grabs your child and he tells her, little girl, get up. Huh. Hey now. 42, it says, immediately. What I just told y'all, hasten. Didn't I just say hasten? Didn't I say he hastens to do what he's going to do? Didn't I say it don't take him all day to do what he gonna do at your life? Didn't I tell you that it was already handled when they was over there at the boat? Didn't he tell these folks right then and there that she's not unalive, but that she was sleeping? He takes her by the hand and he says, little girl, get up. And in verse 42, it says, immediately the girl stood up and began to walk around. She was around 12 years old. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. I know how y'all thinking. Hold on a minute. It says immediately she stood up. It's meaty. It's a lot of meat in this. Give me a second, okay? I know y'all like, oh, go off. Give me a minute. I know where y'all at. Immediately the girl stood up and began to walk around. Immediately she stood up and she began to walk around. Understand me? So she ain't just sit up in the bed. She ain't just turn over and say, mama. She ain't do nothing. No. They said immediately she stood up and she began to walk around. One thing about God, he says what? I will not tempt you be beyond your strengths. And whenever you are tempted, I will always prepare a way of an escape. And you will do what? You will stand on it. One thing about the God that we serve is, and I told y'all this before, and I'm gonna tell you again, when he come into your life, he gonna stand you on your feet. Understand me? He puts you on your feet. Oh, you gonna get up. Understand me? When he called Lazarus up out of the grave, he did not say, Lazarus, crawl out of here. He did not say, go in there and bring him out. Understand me? He said, Lazarus, come here. Understand me? He came out and he came out on his feet. When this little girl, when he says little girl, he calls her and she does what? She immediately, she gets up and she does what? And she's on her feet. She ain't just stand up. She begins to walk around. Come here. Then it goes on to say she was around 12 years old. The lady with the issue of blood had her issue for 12 years. Understand me? It's a lot of 12 years going on around here right now. Understand me? For 12 years, you had the issue of blood. And then I go over here and I'm over here doing what? And this little girl is around 12 years of age as well. Understand me? This is what's taking place. And this moment, it's something about that 12. I'm going to have to go look that up because, baby, that thing stood out to me just now. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. We in these 12s real heavy right now. I need to understand why she was 12 years with the issue and then 12 years of age. What you doing over here with these 12? I need to go check that out real quick, right? I need to check that out real quick. And then it says, at this, they were completely astonished. They was astonished. They were shocked at what just happened. Because wait a minute. How did you do that? Understand me. He gave strict orders not to let anyone know about this and told them to give her something to eat. Now, wait a minute. This little girl was just laying here and they said that she was unalive. You looked at them and told them that she was not unalive, but she was sleeping. You come into this room, you put everybody out and you tell us, right? You call her, she stands up, she starts walking around the room. You give us strict orders for us not to tell nobody what you just done, as if we didn't just have a house full of people, a synagogue full of people that just seen that she was here laying here lifeless, and you don't think that they gonna ask no questions when we walk out of here and she's walking around now, she talking now, and she over here eating loaves of bread? You don't think nobody gonna have no type of question? How in the world do you expect for us to keep this here? How we gonna keep this a secret anyhow? They already seen what was happening. They gonna already know what then took place over here in this day. How we supposed to keep quiet about something like this, right? Then he give them strict orders. He said, give us something to eat. Board. Let's go to it. Let's go to the board. Because we got to go to the board. We got to go to the board. Now, let's make this make sense, Jesus. Because Jesus, you have to make this make sense. Because how is this going to work? First off, we go into the room. We walking into the room, right? We enter the room. This is the girl. She's on the bed. She's about 12 years of age. Everybody that been in here, and they've already seen that she was laying there, and she was laying there lifeless, right? All of this have already been seen by the spectators, by the haters, by the Debbie Downers, the pity party patties, the complaining Cindy's, those that gossiping Gales. The gossiping Gales even been here already too. So Gales them, they done already went and told everybody in the village that this here done already went on, right? So all of this, the news is already out. We ain't gotta say nothing, mama and daddy. We ain't gotta say nothing because Gossip and Gail just left up out of here. They couldn't wait to go tell everybody. They done made 75 different videos on TikTok already. They done went and made all kind of posts on the Book of Many Faces already. They done been in here and screenshotted her already, laid up in the bed and posted it on the gram already. How in the world you think that everybody ain't gonna already know what's going on? Now, here she is in this state. She laying down here. This is the door that's right here, right? This is the door right here. Understand me. You are coming, what? You coming out. You are what? You are coming out. He then tells them to get her right, that's up and walking around, and give her something to eat. Hold on, what'd you say? Bring her out this room. She gotta go. Bring her out this room. Bring her out this room. This room of mourning. This room where you said that she was unalive. This room is a representation of the cave. That's what Lazarus in. And Lazarus laid up in that cave, wrapped in them unalive man clothes, with that mask on his face. Understand me, you have to bring her up out of here. She's up and she's walking around in here. That ain't good enough. I need you to bring her out. I need you to go get her something to eat. Understand me, I need you to, she's up and she's on her feet. I need you to take her out of here. You are coming out. He brought her out of there and in there to go, what? You have to go eat. Now you got to go eat. Understand me. And this is how God is doing in each and every one of our lives, even right now today. You're going to come out of what it is that you're in. And when you come out, you better know he got what? He got a table prepared for you already. You're going to come out of whatever it is that you're in. And he's going to what? He's going to already have that table prepared for you already. Oh, baby, you better get ready to eat. Understand me. I know sometimes you feel like your stomach had been on empty for a very long time. And you didn't know if you was coming or going. And you didn't know how you was going to survive this moment. But I want you to know that even in a time where they say you ain't gonna have no food stamps, baby, you gonna be able to eat. I want you to know that in a time where they say we gonna cut off all your benefits and we don't know when we gonna turn the benefits back on, I need for you to know that you gonna do what? I'm gonna eat. Baby, when I say come eat, you got to be prepared to eat. Understand me, God, my God is always going to provide. He's always going to make a way. I'm always going to have food on the table. I'm going to always be able to what? I'm going to eat, and I'm going to eat right there in front of the folk, the very folk that set it up so that I could starve, in front of the very folk that thought that I wasn't going to make it, that I wasn't going to be here, that I wasn't going to be okay. I'm still going to eat, and I'm going to eat good at that. That's the God that we serve. That's the God that we serve. Not only did he bring her out, he fed her. Not only did he bring her out, but he also prepared a plate for her as well, so that she can eat. Understand me. He is our provider. He will do exceedingly and abundantly more than we could ask or even think. And I need for us to know that, to rely on that, to rest in that, to lean into that. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker, life coach, and evangelist. It's your girl, Street Poet. I love you guys so much, man. And I want you guys to have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. And I hope you guys got all of y'all notes. I will see y'all tomorrow morning at 8:10, because we're going to finish it up, baby. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We just at our stopping part. We just at that stopping part, but we got more. I got some more. I got more of this. I got more of this good stuff. I want you to know, because you're coming out. You're not going to be in what you're in. You're not going to be in that long. That's a stage of your life, not a state. That's not your final destination. When you come out of that, I want you to make sure you bring your appetite with you. I want to make sure that you're prepared to eat, because baby, one thing that our God is going to do is he's going to make sure that you are well fed. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys have a beautiful day. I love you guys, man. Y'all have a beautiful day. Have a good day, man. I'm telling you, God is a good God. He's going to make a way every single time. Every single time he going to do what? He going to make a way. I want you guys to double tap on this screen. We almost at 300K. So we going to go ahead and reach that 300K goal. We going to go ahead and reach that 300K goal. Go ahead and double tap on that screen. If I can get 5 badges, let's get 5 badges over there on the gram real quick. If we can get 5 badges, let me get 5 badges on the gram. Let's go. Double tapping on that screen, man. She said meaty. Man, God is good. I ain't finished though. I ain't finished. I ain't finished, Lily. I got some more. Sis. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow. Listen, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm coming out. Yeah, I know we got a couple series this year that we was like, man, that's been my favorite one. But this has been one of my favorite ones thus far. Last week and this week, I've been, man, listen, it's different too. It's different too. When I be on them fasts, when I go on those fasts, and I always see it, I do. I always see it when, like this for the next 38 days, I'm strict with myself for these next 38 days. I mean, I think I'm on day 10 now. I'm on day 10, so I got 28 more days. And when I tell you, when you are fasting and you're seeking God's face and you're praying without ceasing, it shows up in your life like never before. Understand me? It shows up in the way that you talk. It shows up in the way that you deal with folk. Everything about you in those moments when you are consecrating yourself, when you are laying before God and you are putting your head inside of that book and you are utilizing that meditation on the man, I'm telling you, there's a very big difference. That's why I tell people, when you get to a place in your life and you feel like, oh, it's just routine, it's not as strong as it used to be, that means that you have to take it up a notch. That means that, you have to turn it up a notch. And that just means that you've outgrown that. When you were little, when you was a baby, you did formula, and formula will fill you up. But then as you continue to grow, you have to do what? You have to start mixing cereal with that formula, because that milk ain't feeling like how it used to be fulfilling to you. Now you have to take it up a notch, right? And that's how it is with this word too. So when you're reading it on your beginning stages, you might get full after you read a chapter. But then as you're growing and evolving in Christ, now you're reading more than one chapter, and you just keep going and keep going. You might do your prayer, and you might be praying 3 days out of a week, man, because you just now getting into it. And then you become a real prayer warrior, and now you're praying every day. And sometimes you're praying 3-4 times a day, and then you find yourself praying all throughout the day. This thing grows right along with you. It grows right there, right along with you. I want to tell you guys that I love you guys, man. Y'all surpassed that 300. I see y'all, man. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 8:10. I'll see y'all in devotion. If y'all in devotion, I'll see y'all at 7:40. I love you guys. I talk to you.